WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
And I'm WUSA 9 meteorologist Topper Shutt. We talked about this last week. We're talking about it again on this Saturday. The drought monitor. So yellow is abnormally dry, and then the shades of tan or burnt orange off to the west, those are stages, various stages of a drought. So in the lighter tan, that's a moderate drought, and then in this darker burnt orange, Manassas, Culpeper, over toward Romney, that's actually a severe drought. So we have winds coming in on Sunday, and this is no surprise. Talked about this last week. Don't burn anything, okay? And really, we have a fire weather watch, okay, for pretty much the entire metro all of Sunday, from Sunday morning through Sunday afternoon. Between the winds and the low humidity, please do not burn anything, okay? And it's generally against the law anyway without a fire weather watch. All right, strong winds return on Sunday. Gust over 30 miles an hour here in the metro. Gust to 50 in the mountains. I'll show you where the wind alerts are. Temps are going to be falling throughout the day, so keep that in mind. Coat needed late in the day. Good idea to download the app, keep track of those winds. So if we graph out Sunday, a bright day, yes, but when you see this symbol, that's the windy symbol. And notice the temps going down. All right, they kind of spike a little bit between 10 and noon, but essentially the midnight temperature will be the high temperature for the books officially for Sunday. So 52 by 6 o'clock, and with these honking west-northwest winds, it's going to feel a lot cooler than that. So, a light to moderate jacket, a good idea. Now, 11 o'clock tonight, we're still dry. So if you're home by 11, you're fine, unless you get out toward, Cumberland and Oakland. And notice the little fleck of red there. Some rumble of thunder possible there. And notice the arrows are southwesterly. And notice the temps, my goodness, are still in the low 60s at 11 o'clock Saturday night. I'm going to stop it here at 2 o'clock. Showers just kind of really dissipate and generally duck south of us. So better chance for shower Manassas, Culpeper, Fredericksburg, as opposed to D.C., Gaithersburg, or Frederick. Even at 2 o'clock, temperatures still low 60s and still mid-50s out in Cumberland. Now, by morning, notice the winds are now northwesterly. So that's going to make these 50s feel a lot cooler. Watch the temps. They don't go up much. At 7 o'clock, we're 55. You're thinking, hey, we're starting out mild. That's great. 10 o'clock, we're still at 55. 1 o'clock, we crawl our way to 56, but already in the 40s back toward Cumberland. And you see these arrows. Massive northwest winds or west-northwest winds. By 6 p.m., we're in the 40s across the board. So definitely need a coat by Sunday evening. And Sunday night, walking the dog before bed, 30s across the board. Wind's not quite the factor, but doesn't matter. Temps are in the 30s already. It's cold enough without the wind Sunday night. Take you into Monday morning. Yeah, we got temps around 30 in Frederick, 33 Leesburg, upper 30s downtown. So a cold start at the bus stop on Monday. And winds will be less of a factor on Monday, but it'll still be breezy. And so keep that in mind. I mean, by 8:30, 9 o'clock, we're still, 30s to low 40s. It'll be cold at the bus stop. You'll need a hat and glove and coat. Pretty much you'll wear it all day. We're going to barely get to 50 on Monday. Probably won't in the burbs. By 12:30, 50 downtown, but 40s Hagerstown, Martinsburg, and Frederick, and still kind of breezy. And then by 5:30 on Monday, we're back in the 30s and low 40s. Kind of a cold day, especially for November standards. Now, here we go. 8 o'clock Sunday morning. These are wind gusts in miles per hour. Notice stronger winds out in the mountains, but still, even in the metro, we're gusting, 25 to 30. By lunchtime, we're gusting over 30 miles per hour, almost to 40 along I-81. There's a gale warning on the bay. Stay off of the water. By 4:30 on Sunday, winds are still around 30 miles per hour, less down into southern Maryland, but 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then Monday, 10 o'clock, they hang on. Winds are right around 25 to 30, and a little better by 3:30, winds 20 to 25, but still it's going to be kind of a in between a windy and a breezy day on Monday. So we do have a wind advisory for parts of the Blue Ridge, okay, and then the mountains, essentially west of the divide. Gusts there over 50 miles per hour, and that's in effect 6 a.m. Sunday to 6 p.m. On Sunday. So here we go. Bright, bright, but we're looking at temperatures in the, now we're talking. So bright, but brisk here. Windy with falling temperatures on Sunday. Mostly sunny, but breezy on Monday. We are predicting some rain. Not a heavy rain, unfortunately, but some rain in the afternoon on Tuesday, kind of chilly upper 40s. We bounce back to the mid-50s after some morning clouds on Wednesday, 50s on Thursday, and look at this. Friday, we're back in the 60s, and next Saturday, with partly cloudy skies, temperatures back into the upper 60s.